So today I want to challenge a belief that many of us carry. Today or this week is talking about the essentialness of showing up for ourselves first. And the belief that many of us have, or what I'm going to call an agreement that maybe we were conditioned to believe, is the idea that showing up for ourselves first is selfish. Yeah, we've been conditioned. Many of us have been conditioned to put everyone else's needs before our own, to care, to support others, to serve. But it's often at the cost of our own well being. And if you haven't shown up for yourself first, it will be at the cost of your own well being. Now, showing up for yourself first is different than putting yourself first. Now, I also agree we've got to put ourselves first. It's kind of that analogy. If you're on a plane and the plane is going down, make sure you give yourself the oxygen before giving your children. Yes, you have to put yourself first in that situation. And there's many times in life that's put yourself first, right? Take care of yourself first so you can take care of others better. But there's some times in life where that just isn't going to work. You have a situation where you are needed to show up and care for someone or support someone in certain ways. So showing up for yourself is about taking a few moments to show up for yourself first thing in the morning. It doesn't have to be an hour-long routine. It is just a few moments to connect in and to align. Okay, so when we do this, when we consistently show up and purposefully show up for ourselves first, we get into an alignment that helps us to show up fully and completely for others. So when we don't do this, right, when we put others first, we eventually burn out and we eventually show up just halfway. We end up offering people our exhaustion, our hidden resentments, our depletion. And what's worse than that is people just begin to expect that. That becomes the norm. And that's not healthy giving. It's self-abandonment. But if we pause, if we learn, we practice showing up purposely for ourselves, consciously for ourselves, just 10 minutes or even under 10 minutes, but to connect with ourselves before we jump into our day, or before we jump into a situation, or before we jump into a difficult conversation. That will change everything. So what does this look like? Right? Again, it doesn't have to be an hour-long practice. In just a few moments of purposeful or consciously aligning, you can shift your whole entire day. And you can even do this while lying in bed. It's about breathing. It's about feeling in. It's about checking in. So it's about taking a few deep breaths. Just take a few deep breaths, like feel your whole diaphragm expand and exhale. It's about putting a hand on your heart and just checking in with that heart space. Check in with gratitude. Ground yourself. Take a moment to feel yourself connected to Mother Earth, to the elements around you. And then you align by connecting in with awareness. Connect in, take a moment to just connect into what matters to you today. Or take a moment to connect in with how you're feeling. Or take a moment to connect in with what you're needing. Just connect inward. This is aligning within. Then you can start your day. So align within and then. Now, and this is different than meditating. Align first and then do your meditation. Align first and then get out of bed. Align first and then start your day. Align first and then parent. Align first and then speak up. Align first and then go to work. Align first and then battle traffic out there. Align first and then do life. When you show up for yourself first, when you connect inward, you raise your vibration. And that affects everything. It affects you in a positive way, and it affects everyone around you. Okay? So this is so important. Show up for you first. Show up. And what happens, so we get a regular practice of this. So you might have to like consciously and purposely show up for yourself first, like take those steps, okay, what am I supposed to do? I gotta breathe, right? I gotta check into my heart space and tap into gratitude. I have to ground my energy. Then I'm gonna connect in with this awareness, connect in with how I'm feeling or what's important to me today. So we have to do it purposely and consciously at first. But when you practice it enough, it becomes it's like a sacred practice all of a sudden. So again, yes, it's important to put yourself first and fill your own cup and show up for other people 100% instead of, only, showing up with resentment. But this practice of showing up for yourself first, you can do it anytime. You practice it in the morning. It's the first thing you do, maybe when you open your eyes, the first thing you do when you get out of bed. And then when you have a life-altering situation in your life where you don't have the time to like put yourself first like you're used to doing, showing up for yourself will help you deal with that moment. Then it is maybe you have a difficult conversation you have to have with someone, and you have this practice of showing up for yourself first. You can do it quicker. It just takes a few moments. Maybe you have a situation where, your whole life seems to be turned upside down. Show up for yourself first, and you can handle that situation from a whole different mind space, from a whole different energy. I mean, maybe it's traffic. Maybe traffic drives you nuts, or you're, an anxious driver of some sort, right? Show up for yourself first. Sit in the car, and before you even leave your driveway or your house or your parking stall, maybe it's after work, maybe it's before work, you check in, you show up. You breathe, you connect into gratitude, you ground, and then you connect in to what matters. It matters that I can calmly get myself from point A to point B. So this is a practice that you will use throughout your day, use throughout your life. And it's so essential. It's like a sacred practice of showing up for yourself first. That's what it is. And then what you also do is you let others do the same. It's not just about you doing this, but it's also about giving others the space to do the same. And what others do, it's completely up to them. But when you lead by example, other people begin to understand how important and how essential this practice is. Because you know what? Expecting others to fill us up when we haven't even done that for ourselves, that's selfish. That's selfish. I need somebody else to do it for me, to show up for me, to help me, right? That's being selfish. I'm going to fill up my own cup. I'm going to show up for myself first. And then, right? Then other people can help me, or then I can help other people. But the selfishness comes from from abandoning ourselves and expecting other people to take care of us, or abandoning ourselves and just going into that role of taking care of everybody else without filling up or showing up for ourselves first. So let's lead by example, right? And you know what else this does? This takes us out of that martyr mentality. When we stop trying to rescue or to fix others, or when we stop trying to overgive, we also empower others to show up for themselves first. So this is a practice of showing up for yourself purposely and consciously. And over time, when you do this, you will begin to notice how you just naturally start to make better choices for yourself, how you just naturally begin to make better choices for your relationships, or how you make better choices when it comes to helping others or being there for others. So, yes, it's important to put yourself first and fill up your own cup. But how do you even do that when you're not showing up for yourself first? So that's what this week is all about. It is adopting a practice for yourself to show up on purpose and consciously for you. Show up for yourself first. That means breathing in, connecting inward, connecting to gratitude, connecting to your breath. Align with gratitude, align with what's important to you, align with what you're feeling, align with your needs, align with your breath. Align, connect inward, and then go into your meditation. Can you imagine how, others tell me, I can't meditate, I have a monkey mind, or I can't sit still. Well, how about aligning first? Practicing that alignment first within. Then maybe you can move into a meditation. Align and then do life. Align first, connect inward, and then start your day. Align first and then have that tough conversation. Align first and then take action, whatever that is. Align first and then live your life. That is what this week is all about. Align first and then practice it. This is a sacred practice. It's an essential practice of showing up for yourself first, so that you, when you practice this, you will show up for others so much more in alignment. You'll show up for others with a higher vibration. You will show up for others 100% instead of halfway. You will show up in alignment instead of in resentment. Okay, my friends, that's what we're doing this week. Just bring your hands together, tap into the heart space. Promise yourself that you are going to show up for yourself, and you're going to let go. You're going to release that agreement, that idea that showing up for yourself is selfish. That is no longer a belief we're going to carry. Have a fabulous week of practicing this essential, sacred practice of showing up for yourself first. Namaste.